This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Everybody's still talking about Baby Reindeer, if you haven't seen it yet, on Netflix. But
Can I jump in for a minute? I'm extremely sensitive to this topic.
yeah,
Why?
I'm 1.5 episodes in. I'm really enjoying what I've seen.
1.5?
Yeah, but
that's one sitting and you haven't gone back.
But I'm back tonight. Lisa and I are in front of the TV tonight. We plan the evening.
you know what the basis of the show is.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't want I don't want you to give anything away.
there's nothing to give away, mate.
There's
there
actually
is.
nothing to
There's
give away.
nothing to
You
give
know
away.
what you have seen will continue, and there'll be twists and turns. I think what Fitzy's going to talk about now won't give it away.
Does it conclude?
No, the butler doesn't come in and kill everyone.
Yeah,
But is there an outcome?
No, it's. Do you know what it is? It's manipulation, it is mind games, it is stalking, and it is really scary because you know it's a true story.
mental health.
And at the end of it, am I left wondering?
Maybe.
Well,
Yes, you would be wondering.
Like any show I watch.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what was that all about?
Hey, what did I miss? Hey, what did they
it's
do?
amazing how it's the story of Richard Gadd, who is a comedian. He was a struggling comedian and was doing it tough at the time, and he was working behind a bar, and he looked after a woman who came in who looked very forlorn and very sad, and he said to her she didn't have any money, and he gave her a cup of tea for free.
Yep.
Right?
That's the sliding doors moment, isn't it?
It was a random act of kindness, and then all of a sudden everything changed in her life and his life. Now, with her life, we're talking about Martha. Martha's not her real name, but what's happened is this lady who has been accused of stalking Richard Gadd in real life has now been tracked down, and she's done her first interview overnight. So if you're waking up, you've watched Baby Reindeer, they have spoken to the real life Martha, and have a guess who's done the interview. Can anyone have a guess?
Andrew Denton.
No.
Yana Vent.
No, it's Piers Morgan.
Okay, Piers.
So
She's come out and spoken now because, of course, when people watch a show like this and at the beginning of it, it says this is based on a true story, everyone's like, who's this woman? Where can we find her? So she's come up against a lot of criticism as well, having been tracked down, I think, on Facebook, wasn't it?
Well, this is the thing. Like, if you watch this show, you go, oh my gosh, how is this lady not in jail? But the thing is, what we need to also understand here is this woman, I think, is unstable a little bit.
Okay.
And to put her on a medium like television, live...
Especially Piers Morgan.
...is pretty full on. Now, it's... You know, she denies everything, okay? So Piers kicks it off. And if you haven't watched Baby Reindeer, this is how many emails and how many times she contacted this comedian when she befriended him at the start. And Piers put that to her.
In the course of your relationship with Richard Gadd, you send him 41,000 emails, 350 voice messages, 744 tweets, 48 Facebook messages, and 106 letters.
That's simply not true. If somebody was sending somebody 41,000 emails or something, they'd be doing how many a day? Lots.
Well, it'd be
Lots.
obsessively
Yeah,
contacting
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What
None of
did you
that's
send
true.
him?
No, none of that's true. I don't think I sent him anything.
You never sent him anything?
No. I think there may have been a couple of emails exchanging, but that was it. Just jokey banter emails.
So she's completely denying that she even sent him anything.
Right, jumping around a bit.
Then the Baby Reindeer name, it was apparently off a soft toy. He asked her about that. Where did the name come from?
It says that you told Richard Gadd that he looked like a baby reindeer toy you once had as a child, hence the name of the show.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I appear to have written most of the show in my sleep.
Did you have a baby reindeer
I
toy?
had a toy reindeer.
So that's true.
And he'd shaved his head. That bit is true. And there were reindeers in the shops. It was Christmas time or something. It was a joke. So I have inadvertently penned the name of the show.
Right. But that is true.
That's true. That's a true fact.
Has she been paid anything for this?
I would say so.
Not the interview, but the show.
No, not at all.
But
She doesn't
maybe
own
that's
the story,
what
does she?
that's what she's saying.
Angling for.
So then there was if you watch this series, I mean, there was where she approached Richard Gadd and tried flirting, tried to intimately get with him, which she denies. But then it's really weird because it's, you know, you don't know what is coming out of her mouth is true or not, but this is what she spoke about when she was talking about that subject.
He asked me to sleep with him. He said, would I like my curtains fixed? And I laughed. And he said, that's a euphemism. Do you want me to come home with you? And I said, I've got a boyfriend. I gave him the brush off big time, I think. You know, subtly so, but the bottom line is, I think this is behind him. No, I don't fancy him. I don't fancy little boys without jobs.
Curtains is a running theme in the show, isn't it?
So she has a hatred for Richard Gadd, obviously, now, and this was the message that she had for him at the end of the interview.
If Richard Gadd is watching this, what's your message to him?
Leave me alone, please. Get a life, get a proper job. I am horrified at what you've done.
And you will categorically be taking legal action?
Absolutely, against both him and Netflix.
You said your boyfriend's a lawyer, so this can be done.
He's not doing it, no, I'm not doing it. Somebody else is going to do it.
Have you instructed lawyers?
We've instructed them in part, but we want to explore all the options out there. There are a number of people to sue.
She then, in the interview as well, she spoke about, I'm not even on social media anymore. I got off Facebook 2 days ago. She has been posting on Facebook as soon as this interview has been over, the whole time.
It's not Susan Boyle, is it?
I'll let the interview speak for itself. Piers is a bully. We all know that. He triggers emotions. This is a woman who is unstable. She even said a day ago, not having a good day. When I get triggered, I write and write and write. Gadd brought all this trauma back. And they're putting her on a platform.
A reminder too, for the story of, what is it, Richard Gadd, that he's the actual actor playing in the show. He's the main man. The true life story is the actor.
I think what is awful in these situations is that there are so many elements to this story that none of us will know the truth about.
No.
But it's full of emotion. It's very complex. There are obviously people within the story, and perhaps, what is the lady's name? But the actress, the Martha, who is unwell, and I think it's unfair when people take advantage of people who shouldn't be put on that platform.
I agree.
It shouldn't have been done.
Television or radio.
Well said.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.